Wagwan peeps, it's your boy Scully, and I'm here with another special guest. For me, very underrated baller, deserves more chances with the Trinidad Tobago senior men's national team. However, for now, he only has 50 caps with the Soca Warriors. As for his club team, AEK of Athens, he has 74 caps with the NOAC. We have his brother Levi Garcia. We know him to be a superstar, but I believe that this man here will create a legacy for his own. This man is no other than Mr. Judah Garcia. Wagwan, Judah.
Hi, good man. Thanks for having me.
Great, man. So, well, I want to congratulate you, of course, with the victory yesterday against the team. I don't know how to pronounce that team name. You have plenty of teams that I don't know in the Super League Greece too. So, you got to coach me on how to say the name of that team that you guys beat yesterday.
Nah, I don't need some coaching with somebody named sometime, but it's Xania. Let's just say Xania.
Xania. Okay,
Yeah.
Xania. And you have an X in front, right?
Yeah, X.
Okay. How good is your Greek?
Well, honestly, Greek is a very difficult language. Only one
Right?
time when I first came, I tried like learning it, but pressure.
Yeah, Greek hard, boy.
Yeah.
And as me listening,
Yeah, really hard.
the commentators well, you have certain words that they always be saying, like the kefala, that means like head, and parapoli, that
Yeah.
means like a lot or too little, well, legal. Yeah, so I know them things there.
Yeah. I know very
Yeah,
little. Like, you know the
a little.
basics.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. But
Yeah.
of course, I know for a fact that you love your brother. You're always supportive of your brother, no matter what. Matter of fact, you'll be posting Levi more on your story more than yourself. So
Correct.
I would like to know, what is life in Greece now that Levi is actually in Russia?
Honestly, it's a sad thing, but it's not like we now started living in Greece together. Now. It's been for me 4 years now. I've been here with him, but and we know the transaction how it does go. So it's a sad thing, but we know how the football system does go, and I am also happy that he into a new environment now.
Okay, really got to hear that. And what is it like playing with AEK Athens B? Not only just playing with AEK Athens B, but you're playing under a legend in Nikos Kostenoglou, who was a part of the team that drew with Real Madrid, the Galacticos, not just Real Madrid, the Galacticos twice in
Yeah.
2002 in the UCL group stages. How is it like playing against, well, playing under someone like that?
For me, it's an amazing feeling, man. It's always a pleasure to play on a legend, and to play under him is even better because he have, as I can say, he's a legend, and he have really a lot of games for Ajax, and for him to be back here and coaching me, it's a pleasure, and he's an amazing coach, even better as a person. So on
Okay,
and off the pitch, I think he's really an amazing coach.
okay. And well, I know a lot of the, what is it, the ambitions are to one day get into the senior team, the Ike Athens team or A team, whatever you want to call them. Which player currently right now you think that could make the transition today into the first team?
Honestly, I'll say myself.
All
Yeah, I
right,
believe that
Judah.
I could make that transaction.
Yeah, yeah, because you're not a bad player and we
Yeah,
devoid of wingers right now. Judah can step in, but it is
yeah,
what it
man.
is. You got to wait until
Yeah,
Matias Almeida, wakes up to that and get the idea that, maybe we need another Garcia in the first team once again.
yeah, but some people may not know I did preseason with the team the year that we win the double.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, but
I became a fan like, well,
but
2022, so I don't know.
the thing was that after I did preseason with them, I went back to the first team to like they wanted me to play games and stay with the. I went back to the second team, sorry, and they
Oh.
wanted me to stay with the first team. But unfortunately, the first game of the season for the B team, I got injured, which I had
Oh.
spondylosis, and I was out for I was out for 6 months straight. And then coming back, it was a whole difficult. It went on, it was reoccurring. So it went on for like 2 years. So that was
Oh.
kept me back from maybe making my debut for the first team.
Wow. That's painful, but it is what it is. You're still out here
I,
doing your thing, playing games with
I can,
the NOC.
yeah, I can happily say now I've fully recovered and you can see that I'm back to myself.
I'm ready for new challenges, of course.
Yeah, of course, man.
So, within your time in Greece, you have been a training Greek for 4 years. What would you say is your favorite Greek food?
Honestly, I was always a back in Trinidad. I was always a big fan of gyro. So
Oh,
to come Greece, then it had something called souvlaki, which is
okay.
similar to a gyro. You
Well,
understand? So yeah, I think they're my favorite souvlaki.
it's euro in Greece. I know we are accustomed to say
Yeah,
gyro,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's euro.
yeah.
But yeah,
you,
even
you.
Levi was talking about the souvlaki as well too. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So when I come to Greece, I definitely have to try that, man.
yeah. Something I'll surely eat on my day offs.
Yeah. Okay. And what is a Greek destination that everybody should consider visiting whilst coming in Greece?
Bro, honestly, for me, all the historic sites, but mainly the Acropolis.
Acropolis. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay. Okay. So, of course, we venture with your time at being at AEK, but now we have to venture into your Trinidad and Tobago space. What's your current thought on the national team currently under Dwight York and Russell Atapi?
For me, I've played under Coach Russell Latapy already at
Okay.
National U20. He's an
Okay.
excellent coach. I've learned a lot from him in the short time that we had together. And
Mhm.
also, it's a new challenge to be under Coach Dwight York, a legend in Trinidad and Tobago, and not even Trinidad, he well known worldwide.
Real.
So it will be
Yep.
a pleasure to maybe one day be under him.
Okay. And what goals you have set for your footballing career as it is you are young? I think you're 24 right now. You still have a
Yeah.
long span of games to play now. And quite frankly, the footballing span of life. Normally, players used to retire at like 32, 33. Now we're seeing players going up to like 35 now. So, what
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
have planned for your footballing career moving forward? What is a goal that you would like to reach?
Well, for me, once God grant me the ability to be healthy all the time, I would like to go on to a accomplished league in a first division or something and be playing European football.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, you have any leagues that you really like apart from the Super League
Yeah, I like Spain La Liga. I like the
or the
Premier
vibes?
League. Yeah, of course, I like the top leagues.
Okay, top five leagues. Okay. And who was your role model growing up?
For me, growing up, my role models was always my brothers.
Mm, I expecting
And
that.
yeah, you go have the foreigners that are like the Messi's, the Neymar, like these guys, but
Mhm.
my role models was always my brothers.
Uh, and I don't want to venture too deep into your personal life, but what was it like growing up in Santa Flora? Because your brothers in particular, well, Levi, they always speak highly about each other. Like they always had the support. And as I said before, you always there to support Levi. What was it like growing up in Santa Flora, being brothers?
Bro, honestly, it's an amazing feeling to have three older brothers that
Mm,
played played football at a high level. Uh, it was quite tough at times being the youngest. 'Cause you know you'll be like bullied and pushed even harder
mm,
from them. But it was a challenge that it had it good, it had it bad, but it was at the end of the day, it was always love and older brothers doing the best for you. But
mhm,
not only with them, I think in Santa Flora and the whole, it was one of the best places to grow up because it had other ballers around the area. It had Tyrell Emmanuel, Denzel Smith, and
Ah,
it was
there's
just I loved the community and everybody. Everything was just always football. So that was the main thing in Santa Flora. So Santa Flora was just always love and a nice community for me.
Nah, I rate that still because what one thing what is like a pet peeve for me is like whenever I talk to an AEK fan, they always refer to you as Levi brother. And I always just say like, like his name is Judah. Like the guy can ball too. Like don't try and
Yeah.
undermine his greatness. You know, what was it? Always like your mental health taking the fact that Levi is out here, the superstardom, and it seems like you have this big shoes to fill because everybody seeing you, they're seen as Levi brother, but they're really seen as Judah as yet. What do you have to say to
Yeah, yeah.
people that and
Uh, for me, players like myself, who is considered, I will consider myself a complete winger,
yes,
is always
facts.
overlooked
Hmm.
because they intend to go with the winger that have more stats and always scoring goals and always thing. But players like myself who sometimes sacrifice and do defensive work to keep your
Hmm.
team in a game or something like that would has always be overlooked. But with having a brother of that type and of in that fame, for me it is a bit of pressure, but it's not something overwhelming for me. And I just always take on the challenge. And throughout my career, it's been like that, but I just always show myself on the pitch. And if you watch my games, you can see why I will say, hey, Judah have a name for himself as well.
Nah, I respect that. And quite frankly, I believe in you. And this year is the end of the interview. I want to thank you again for coming on and giving your insight and you know, your life story. I'm thankful.
Yeah, yeah.
For now, I would like to get your Instagram handle so I could put it on the screen so people could follow you on Instagram. So if you could tell me your Instagram handle, that'll be nice.
Yeah, I'll mostly be on Instagram. So on Instagram is Judah Garcia underscore. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right, peeps. Thanks again for watching this video here. Make sure to follow Judah Garcia and also look out for him while he's playing with AEK Athens B and maybe in the future seeing him with the Trinidad Tobago senior men's national team. This is your boy Scully. That has been Judah Garcia. Peace out. Respect. Mono AEK.
Yeah, man.